Strange punishments I received as a child that I just learned are considered child torture that you might have too. Since you want to walk that way and have that look on your face, you can walk that way over here and eat some dish soap. No, I'm done with you two fighting. Hug each other and don't let go until I say stop. Oh, is that making you upset? Hug tighter. I don't care that he's touching your chest. Hug her tighter. Everyone on Facebook's gonna think this is real funny, and everyone's gonna see what bad kids you are. Here's breakfast. What's the fucking problem? You don't like what I made? I just don't like homemade French toast. I just don't like it. That is bullshit. You eat French toast all the damn time when we buy it in the box. You can eat that shit now. You're such an attention seeker. You're not getting up from that spot till that plate's clean, and you're not getting anything else to eat today. Against the wall until I say stop. Put your arms out and you're not dropping them. If you drop them, that's more time. Or you're grounded to your room. Your choice. Grounded. I better not see you move from this spot, look at or talk to anyone. You will go to the bathroom, sleep, and eat when I tell you to. Do you understand? If you break any of those rules, it's more time. Got it? Strange punishments I received as a child that I just recently learned is considered child torture that you might have too. Part 2. Danielle, the bathroom needs cleaned. I just cleaned it. I didn't ask for back talk. I told you the bathroom needs cleaned. And I mean the toilet. You need to scrub your brother's pee from around the toilet. Can't you make them do it? I'm not the one who pees on the toilet or on the floor. It's so gross. I hate doing it. I know. And I didn't ask you. I told you. So do you want to be grounded or do you want to go clean the bathroom? I'll go clean the bathroom. Quit sitting like that. You're not a damn bird. Oh, you think you have it so bad, huh? You have no idea how good you have it. And since you think it's so bad living here, you can find a new family to live with. Here's a phone book. Here's a blindfold. Now flip to a random page. Stop. Put your finger down. Stop. Now, what you can do is call them and ask them if you can live with them instead, since it's so bad living here. Strange punishments I received as a child that I just recently learned is child torture that you might have too. Part 3. I just feel like I'm trying really hard, Mom, and I feel like all you do is just yell at me and you're just never happy with anything that I do. You think you have it so bad here, huh? Well, if it's so bad here, then I'm gonna go get a trash bag and you can pack up all of your shit and get out of my house and go find someone else to live with. Get to packing. Nope, I don't want to see any of those tears. You weren't crying when you were complaining about living here, were you? No, you're not taking any of the toys or anything. You got all of your clothes and everything you need. Now you can go find somewhere else to live. Okay. Stop walking and get your ass back home now. Now unpack your shit and clean up this room because you made it a fucking mess. Strange ways my parents punish me that I just recently learned is considered child torture that you might have too. Part 7, I think. Well, Danielle, anything you want to tell me? Oh God, I hope the counselor didn't really call. I don't think so. Lift up your sleeves then. Why? I got a call today from your school counselor. So lift up your sleeves and tell me why you think you have the right to do that to your body. Completely unbelievable. You don't even know how good you have it. You know, I actually had to do that because my life was actually hard. And since you want to sit here and act like your life is so hard that you have to do that to yourself and make everyone around you think that you have it so bad and I'm just so mean, then you can just sit in this room until you decide how good you have it. It's not that I think you're mean. I don't want to hear any excuses. There's no other reason you would be doing that shit. And then you want to give me attitude? Unbelievable. You're not leaving this room and you're sure as shit not going anywhere to friends' houses, your grandparents' houses until you can learn how to fix your attitude. Strange ways my parents punish me that I just recently learned is considered child torture that you might have too. Part 6. Hey Mom, I was wondering if you wanted to play with me. Are you serious, Danielle? Can you not see that I am busy and in the middle of doing something? Go play or something and get that look off of your face before you get in trouble. Why are you always locking yourself in this damn room? You need to get out here and hang out with the rest of the family. Without the attitude. Danielle, you seriously hit your brother? What? No, I've just been playing. Yeah, well, that's not what he told me, and he's crying real hard, so go put your nose in the corner and do not fucking move. But I didn't ask for talk back. Do you want soap with it too? Or maybe the phone book? Now you stand there until I tell you to move. I don't care if your legs start burning either. Danielle, look at me. You can go play in your room. Your brother told me that he made it up, so. Strange punishments I received as a child that I just recently learned is considered child torture that you might have too. Part 5, my hair's what I know, and scene. Okay, I'm not gonna act this one out because I think it's not necessary. I'll just tell you about the time that my stepdad almost unalived me twice in one day because he didn't like the way I was walking. I was probably like 12 or 13 and I'm just chilling on my bed. I was probably watching TV in my room or like scrolling on my phone or something. And my stepdad was mad that day. I don't know why, because like I was a kid and I always stayed in my room. But he burst through my door and said that I needed to do the dishes. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I think I said something along the lines of like, okay, just give me like 1 second, or like I'll get to it in just a second. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. So what he decided to do was come sit down on my bed and look at me and wait until I met his eyes and ask me why I needed to wait, and then explain to me why that's disrespectful and why it's important to do the dishes in a timely manner. Just kidding. I am so just kidding. That's something a normal, responsible parent would do. So he slams through my door like the Kool-Aid man and gets on top of me, puts his chubby little fingers around my neck, and just starts squeezing. This was my view. It was quite surreal when it happened. It was almost like my soul left my body. I couldn't hear anything anymore, and like I couldn't physically feel anything. And I was like outside of my body looking at it happening. And to be serious for a second, I do think it's really sad looking back, and it really bothers me that I didn't try to fight him off. Like I was literally just gonna let him do whatever he was gonna do. But he did get off, and I instantly started getting up to go do the dishes because obviously that's what he wanted me to do. And before I know it, as I'm rounding the corner, I am being slammed against the wall with his hands around my neck again because he didn't like the way that I walked off. I was deprived of oxygen, my dude. Sorry, I was a bit wobbly. The reason he let go the second time, though, is because what he didn't know is that my little brother was actually in the kitchen getting a drink of milk from the fridge. So in that moment, I had a witness. I guess when he noticed my little brother is when he stopped and he threw me down over our dog gate that was separating the dining room from the kitchen. And he just stormed past me and his son and went to his room. As soon as that door was shut, I looked at my little brother who was like barricading himself with the fridge door and sobbing, bawling his eyes out with his little orange plastic cup of milk. And I pointed at him and I said, "You saw that. You remember you saw that." And he ran to his room. And I picked myself up off the ground and I did the dishes. Obviously, this is blatant child abuse, but in the context of talking about ICT, which is intrafamilial child torture, look, I freaking said it the first time. I struggle saying that word. My stepdad didn't do this to me because he wanted to physically hurt me. He did it because he wanted to remind me that he had complete power and control over me. He wasn't taking his frustration out on me. It was more than that. It was an assertion of power and dominance and complete control. He wanted to remind me how defenseless I really was so that I wouldn't fight back, and clearly it was working. Strange ways my parents punish me that I just recently learned is considered child torture that you might have too. Part 4. Get off your ass, it's time to get the dishes done. Okay. You better make sure you're getting them clean. Let me check that water. You're not gonna get shit clean with water that cold. Are you kidding me? Turn on the hot water. That's too hot, Dad. I can't even put my hands in it. It's fine. Stop being a baby and get the dishes done. Finally done. Unbelievable. Danielle, get in here. Yeah, Dad? Do you see that? Do you think anybody wants to eat off of something like this? Get out every single dish. You're washing all of them all over again. All of them, or just the ones that I already cleaned? You're washing every single dish that we own until you can learn how to clean a dish the right way. Okay. And you're gonna do it without attitude or else.